We have team coverage tonight. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy is live at the Dobbins Air Reserve Base. But first, let's get out to CBS 46's Brittany Miller for an exclusive interview with a Waffle House worker who has the coronavirus. Brittany.
That's right. We talked to him as he was on his way to quarantine. He says doctors have him on antibiotics right now. Also telling me he worked at this very Waffle House for 4 months. His last shift was 9 days ago. With a mask on his face and gloves on his hands, the Waffle House worker who tested positive for the coronavirus talks exclusively to CBS 46 about his illness. We first asked Joey Camp how he's feeling.
A little bit of chest pain, but I mean, other than that, that's just me recovering from the pneumonia. I still have a wicked cough.
He says he only worked at this Waffle House on Marietta Hwy in Canton once in the last 2 weeks. That was on March 1st. But that one shift was enough for Waffle House to shut down the restaurant, sanitize the building, and ask other employees to self-quarantine. All of this happening Monday, the same day Camp says he tested positive for the deadly virus. But we found out he was already in the hospital for 3 days with another illness.
I ended up getting pneumonia. And because I didn't take care of my diabetes, I became immunocompromised, which is what the coronavirus looks for, is immunocompromised individuals.
I asked Camp where he could have contracted the virus.
I've spent the last 3 weeks just in Canton.
However, he did reveal that in addition to cooking at Waffle House, he drives a party bus.
With both of the industries I work in, or the service industry, so I end up having multiple interactions with humans all the time.
Now out of the hospital, Camp will be quarantined at Hard Labor State Park for the next 14 days.
But I'm doing it because my roommates have a baby, and it's safer for me to be there.
And in an effort to get results and get answers, I asked state health officials how many people, if any, could now have the virus. A spokesperson only told me they do not comment on specific cases. In the meantime, Waffle House says they are taking precautions at some of their other locations. We're live in Cherokee County tonight. Brittany Miller, CBS 46 News.
Brittany, thank you.
Waffle House says the employee last worked on March 1st with 12 other people. And now employees at some of the nearby businesses tell me they're upset. They didn't hear from county or government officials that a worker tested positive for the coronavirus.
I wish we would have known because I like to eat here.
The restaurant temporarily closed Tuesday afternoon for cleaning and maintenance. Some workers covering their faces, others not. A Waffle House spokesperson tells us they used methods designed to disinfect and clean.
So it's kind of upsetting to know that the place we were going to eat at has had something this bad at it, and we had no idea it was here.
Workers who came in contact with the employee will self-quarantine at home until March 14th. A Waffle House spokesperson tells us everyone who is scheduled to work will still get paid. Meanwhile, this Canton native says the news won't stop him from going to his favorite restaurant.
If you act like a kindergartner and wash your hands, everything will be fine.
Now, the CDC says there is no evidence you can get the coronavirus through food. Now, as far as other things like menus and tables and bottles even, the CDC says that is not the main way the virus spreads. Still, if you're nervous, you can always ask the employees at any of your favorite restaurants to sanitize that item.
Tonight, a scary question. Could the health of an unknown number of people be compromised here in Metro Atlanta? A local Waffle House employee just tested positive for that new coronavirus.
The patient most recently worked last Sunday, March 1st, at the Canton location. This is on Marietta Hwy. CBS 46's Brittany Miller is live at the restaurant, pressing county officials on why no one knew about this until today. What are you hearing, Britt?
Of course, that was a big question of ours, a question we've been working to answer for the past 2 hours. What we found out from Waffle House is that they just found out that the employee tested positive for the virus yesterday, and that is when they shut down this restaurant you see behind me by yesterday afternoon. Since then, they've been cleaning and sanitizing really this entire building from top to bottom. We are learning more about this employee who is infected with the coronavirus. A spokesperson tells me he was a brand new employee. He was working in the kitchen. His one and only time at this restaurant was March 1st, and he did not visit any other Waffle House locations. We do know he is now out of the hospital and under quarantine. Health officials telling me that employees who worked with the infected employee were told to self-quarantine at home through Saturday. We don't know if any other customers have been infected because of this March 1st visit. When I asked state officials about this, they said they don't comment on specific cases, and anyone who may have been exposed is contacted directly by the Department of Public Health. One other thing that we did learn from a Waffle House spokesperson today is that this is the only location, Waffle House location, with a known case of the coronavirus in the entire country. We're live in Cherokee County tonight. Brittany Miller, CBS 46 News.
This just coming in, the first coronavirus patient is now isolated at Hard Labor Creek Park in Morgan County. The governor's office confirms the patient is from Cherokee County. The patient is isolated at one of the park's mobile units. And just yesterday, Governor Brian Kemp said that the state installed seven emergency trailers at that park to treat patients if needed. So today, we learned a Waffle House worker tested positive for coronavirus in Cherokee County. The governor's office did not confirm if this is the same patient in isolation in Morgan County. That Waffle House is where that employee tested positive. His positive tonight is shut down. It's off Marietta Hwy in Canton.
There are now 5 brand new presumptive cases right here in Georgia.
Right now, let's take a look at the latest numbers.
There are at least 975 cases across 38 different states. Washington State, New York, and California have the most. 31 people have died. Here in Georgia, there are 6 confirmed cases and 16 presumptive cases.
And also tonight in Cobb County, we are watching the Dobbins Air Reserve Base in Marietta. This is where dozens of people who are on a cruise ship stricken with coronavirus are set to arrive tonight.